Since the founding of the John Birch Society, our organization has stood against the United Nations. Our long-running campaign of Get Us Out of the United Nations has helped to awaken this nation to the true agenda of the UN. Today we'll look at President Trump's rhetoric and actions in regards to the UN to see if his record has matched his rhetoric. In this episode of Analysis Behind the News, where we provide the perspective that you can use to help save American liberty and independence. Now, if you've seen our 9-minute black and white video of founder Mr. Robert Welch recounting the 10-step plans of the globalist to destroy America from within, then you know he points to the United Nations as a vehicle designed to erode American sovereignty piece by piece. President Trump recognized this, and on the campaign trail in 2016, emphatically stated, Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. And once he was elected, he had the courage to stand before the UN General Assembly in 2017 and said that he was going to put America first and that sovereign nation states should also put the interests of their own citizens first. As the New American reported at the time, it was a sharp contrast from Obama's final UN address demanding Americans accept constraints on U.S. sovereignty to bring about the UN's vision for humanity. The following year, again for his annual address, President Trump came right out and said, "We reject the ideology of globalism." Later in the speech, he said, "We will never surrender America's sovereignty to an unelected, unaccountable global bureaucracy." And then just last month, he mentioned in his UN General Assembly address that the future does not belong to globalists, the future belongs to patriots. And he added, "That is why America will always choose independence and cooperation over global governance, control, and domination." And later he said, "I honor the right of every nation in this room to pursue its own customs, beliefs, and traditions. The United States will not tell you how to live or work or worship. We only ask that you honor our sovereignty in return." So, the president's speeches are very good in terms of America first, but how is his record? Does the record match the rhetoric? So for this, let's take a look at 11 headlines from articles published at thenewamerican.com. So here we go. March 2017, Trump seeks to slash U.S. funding for UN by over half. June 2017, Trump draws widespread praise for canceling UN climate scheme, getting out of the Paris Climate Agreement. December 2017, Trump cuts UN budget by $285 million. Again, December 2017, Trump administration orders withdrawal from the UN Global Compact on migration. June 2018, U.S. set to withdraw from UN Human Rights Council. October 2018, Trump exits UN Universal Postal Union to stop subsidizing China. December 2018, Trump trolls UN Climate Summit with event promoting oil and coal. January 2019, United States and Israel formally left the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, otherwise known as UNESCO. April 2019, Trump announces U.S. withdrawal from UN Arms Trade Treaty. September 2019, Trump skips UN Climate Change Summit, promotes religious freedom instead. October 2019, Trump tells bankrupt UN to find money elsewhere. And folks, that is Trump's record thus far. And let's be clear about this. If any other Republican would have won the presidency in 2016, that president would not have had a single one of these accomplishments. Since the founding of the UN, no American president has protected American sovereignty from the UN like President Trump has. Even while the Republicans held Congress, the bill to get the U.S. out of the UN only garnered a handful of supporters. Trump and Trump alone earned this one. So, we are hopeful at increasing our chances to get out of the United Nations, especially with the next session of Congress, especially if President Trump wins another term. The House Freedom Caucus has come under new leadership. Representative Andy Biggs from Arizona will be leading that. And we're hopeful that Representative Biggs will actually make the Freedom Caucus into a force that will protect American sovereignty, independence, and liberty. And couple that with President Trump's America First initiative, and we may be looking at a time when we've never been closer to getting out of the United Nations. Now, this week, the world is celebrating UN Day. But decades ago, we've renamed this to the UN Day of Shame. Let's celebrate that Day of Shame by contacting President Trump and Congress and urging them to work harder on getting out of the UN by passing H.R. 204, while also getting a companion bill introduced in the Senate. Then, let's make this a 2020 campaign issue. Purchase copies of our Get Us Out reprints and Slim Jims to distribute to others, informing them of the top 10 reasons why we must leave the UN. And then ask them to contact their elected officials and also get campaign pledges from those running for office that they will work toward Americanism, not globalism. It's not time to reform the UN. It's time to drop the UN and then to drop kick it from our shores. Now, all links are provided in the description, or just visit jbs.org and click on Action Project. Then consider applying for membership in the John Birch Society as we work to protect American liberty and independence. And be sure to like and share this video as well as subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you then.